There was once a quiet village where everyone spoke loudly, argued often, and demanded respect. But there was one man. He never shouted, he never begged, he never threatened. And yet, when he entered a room, people fell silent. When he spoke, people listened. When he walked away, people remembered him. A young boy once asked his father, "Why does everyone respect him?" The father smiled and said, "He follows the old Stoic rules." Today, I will tell you those 7 rules, not as lessons, but as stories. And if you stay until the end, you will learn the one rule people forget most, the rule that changes how the world treats you. So listen closely. Rule 1. Control your reactions. Once, a man named Elias was insulted in the market. Someone laughed at his clothes. Another mocked his voice. Everyone waited for Elias to explode, but he didn't. He simply breathed. He looked at the sky, and he walked away. Later, the same people felt small, not because Elias shouted, but because he didn't. You see, Stoics believe this truth. The person who controls their emotions controls the situation. When you shout, you give power away. When you stay calm, you take power back. A child can understand this. If you cry every time someone teases you, they tease you more. But if you stay calm, they stop. Respect grows in silence. Remember this rule. Do not react instantly. Pause, breathe, choose. If this already makes sense to you, stay with me, because the next rule is the one leaders use without saying a word. Rule 2. Speak less, but with purpose. There were 2 teachers in a school. One talked all day. The other spoke only when needed. Guess who the students respected more? The quiet one. Why? Because when he spoke, it mattered. Stoics teach, words lose value when used too often. When you talk too much, people stop listening. When you speak carefully, people lean in. This is true for parents, friends, teachers, leaders, even children on the playground. Silence is not weakness, it is preparation. Next time you want to speak, ask yourself, is this necessary? If yes, speak clearly. If not, remain silent. That silence will speak for you. Curiosity tease. But silence alone is not enough. The next rule decides whether people trust you or test you. Rule 3. Do what you say you will do. A boy once promised his friend he would come back. The boy never returned. That friend never trusted again. Now listen carefully. Respect is built on reliability. Stoics believe your word is your signature. If you promise, show up, help, change, improve, then you must act. You don't need to promise big things. Promise small things and keep them. Even children learn this. When you say, "I will clean my room," and you do it, people believe you next time. When you don't, your words lose weight. So remember, your actions introduce you before you speak. If you want people to trust you more starting today, listen carefully to the next rule, because this one scares weak people. Rule 4. Do not seek approval. There was a girl who changed herself every day. She laughed when others laughed. She agreed when others spoke. She hid who she was. People did not respect her. Then, one day, she stopped trying. She spoke honestly. She stood still. She accepted being disliked. And suddenly, people noticed. Stoics say, the moment you stop begging for approval, respect appears. When you try too hard to be liked, people feel it. When you stand firm, people sense strength. You do not need everyone to like you. You need to respect yourself. This rule applies everywhere: school, work, family, online. Be calm, be honest, be unmoved. Curiosity tease, but strength without kindness can turn into fear. The next rule teaches balance. Rule 5. Treat everyone with dignity. A king once bowed to a servant, not because he was weak, but because he was strong. Stoics believe how you treat the powerless reveals your true power. Speak kindly to children, respect elders, be fair to strangers, do not mock, do not belittle. People watch how you treat those who cannot help you, and they decide, is this person worthy of respect? Kindness is not softness, it is controlled strength. If this story is helping you see life differently, stay until the end, because the final rule ties everything together. Rule 6. Accept what you cannot control. Rain will fall. People will judge. Plans will fail. A Stoic does not panic. They ask, what is in my control? Your thoughts, your actions, your attitude, nothing else. Children understand this when they lose a game. Adults forget it when life becomes hard. When you accept reality, people feel safe around you. Calm people command respect. Panicked people spread fear. Rule 7. Live with purpose, not ego. The final rule is the deepest. A man once asked a Stoic, "How do I gain respect?" The Stoic replied, "Stop chasing it. Live with purpose. Serve something bigger than yourself. Improve quietly. Grow daily. Respect follows those who do not chase it." Now you know the 7 Stoic rules, but knowing is not enough. Tonight, choose one rule, just one. Practice it tomorrow, and watch how people treat you differently. If this message helped you, like this video, share it with someone who needs strength, and subscribe, because the next story will reveal how silence can defeat anger. Stay strong, stay calm, and remember, the most powerful people rarely raise their voice.